Lord Dudeson, thank you very much for your repeat business. This is about your 12th to 15th pair of glasses you've gotten from me. By the way, see more better here with freeprescriptionlenses.com. And I'm going to cut Transitions XTRAactive Brown with Crizal Sapphire for your Oakley. What is this thing? I've already forgotten. You are a Ravens fan, aren't you, in that purple? So Dudeson's from Beltsville, Maryland. This is the Oakley Crossrange, model number 9382, color 0260 in the 60i size. So because this one's a little tricky, I've already got your lens programmed into the machine. Normally I would just trace this and put it in there, but I actually had to take a picture of the lens because there is a little notch right here that I normally cannot go around and trace. So I've got it pulled up. Let's go ahead, and that is the shape that we will be cutting. That is that lens. So let's go ahead. I'm going to see if I can speed things up so I can get this under the minimum. Of course, most YouTube videos don't like to go over 6 to 10 minutes. This one's going to be at least 20 because of the transitions, but I'll show you. So this is a block. I need to attach this block to your lens while it is cutting. So I need to use 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got here. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to put that one on the first one. Let's do the same thing for the second one here. Pull the paper away to make the, pulled it too fast. Let's get that on there. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. We're going to line that up. And now on the back is a little silver button. That's a magnet. It's going to do its job twice today. The first time it's going to attach itself to something magnetical there in the arm. This is the right lens. Now, if this were prescription, I'd have to orient it in there just right, but these are non-prescription, so I can place it in there wherever. We are going to get that lined up there just right. I don't have to worry about pupillary distance or the OC height, so I'm going to hit that button, and the arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. We're going to put that there. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up that magnet on the back with the arm there. Make sure everything is lined up just right. Check something here. Okay, we good to go. We good to go. I'm going to hit that button. The arm comes down and places the block onto the left lens. So this is the edger. This is what costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out and buy their own. Then you can cut your own lenses at home. You won't need this guy anymore to do it for you. But the actual cutting wheel is in here. It's going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away your lens material. This wheel on the far side, or in the middle with that channel, that valley, that's what's going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Just want to check a couple things here. We're looking good. Now, I know from experience I want to cut this lens a little bit large so it fits into the frame. Some of the non-prescription lenses will do that, but in my experience, that's what's necessary. So I'm going to take the right lens. We're going to put it in here and hit. I'm going to check everything. Everything's lined up. We're looking good. Hit that button. The door closes. The clamp shuts. And then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure it's large enough to fit into the frame. You can see as this go around tracing the outline of the shape of the frame. And this is a routine procedure where it's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. And of course, with your prescription, which is none, and in this frame you won't have any, but I do cut strong prescriptions all day long, and that does become more critical. Now, if you see light flickering in the background, that is water there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry where plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex cut wet. Now, water will spray onto the lens for the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle just to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form on the edge of the lenses. Your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable. They are bulletproof up to 22 caliber and have both UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin. Your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun. Now, the other nice thing about your lenses, they are aspheric. Aspheric simply means not spherical. So not only are they thinner and lighter, but they're also flatter. This is a spherical lens, which is much rounder, gives you an ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. So it's thinner or flatter to fit in today's flatter curved frames, as well as this lens does not have any anti-glare coating. You have the Crizal Sapphire before I've cleaned it. So Crizal is 3 features in one. It eliminates glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead, fluorescent lights, and the such. So it also goes by the moniker anti-reflective coating, ARC. So when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses, so it makes for much better eye contact. Plus, if someone takes a picture with a flash, you don't see the flash lit up in the lens. Now, the third feature that I like, which is the practical side, is it comes with the industry's hardest scratch coating to protect your time and investment, because the machine that applies the Crizal Sapphire takes longer than any others. The machine costs well over $1 million and vaporizes 8 different coatings onto the lens. So that's why they put the industry's hardest scratch protection to protect your time and investment. So a little lever has just come out. A spinning lever at the end is a little spinning wheel, something you would find on the end of a Dremel tool. That's applying a safety bevel, just smoothing out any rough surfaces left over from the cutting cycle. Now in just a moment I will open this door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I can. It just takes a couple hours, but I can do it. So, if anyone out there has a funnier joke, write it down on a $100 bill and mail it to me, and I will read it on the air and give you credit for the joke. You don't even have to tell me your name. I'll recognize your handwriting. So we're going to tuck the lens in at the outside corner here using the thumbs, press down at the nose. Snaps in perfectly. That's why I'm glad I cut it a little bit big. Let's do the same thing for the left lens. We're going to flip that over to L. Put that in there into the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, the Chucky baby, because I don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. So I'm going to hit the green start button just like before. The door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens again going to be traced by the 2 white styluses, making sure it's large enough to fit into the frame. You can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the frame. And just like before, measuring the thickness of the lens to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel so you have no edge thickness. But look at that, no edge thickness, because for one, these are non-prescription fashion lenses. And so this is a good point. Anyone out there who has unused flex dollars or vision insurance, even though you're 20/20 like he is, when you purchase a frame and or lenses from me, I can give you itemized receipts so that you can get reimbursed from your insurance company or flex dollars, whether these are prescription or not. Because Lord Dudeson, again, he loves his Oakleys, he loves his trends, and we've gone through the stages. He started off with just the regular and Crizal, and has moved up to Crizal Prevencia and now Crizal Sapphire. Now, Crizal Sapphire has all of the blue blocking ability that Crizal Prevencia had, but Prevencia had a purplish hue to it. This has a bluish hue, much more masculine color, but does the same amount of harmful blue light protection that Prevencia did. So there's a lot of studies out there saying that there's a certain spectrum of light, I forget the nanometers, that is harmful to our eyes. It can do everything from cause ADD in kids to give you sleep apnea, to disrupt sleep cycles at night, as well as of course the one most important thing to me, if it's worth its weight in gold, is it's supposed to delay the onset of macular degeneration, which at this day there is no cure for. Macular degeneration is a blind spot in your field of vision that is very annoying and can actually go all the way blind. And as of today, there is no cure. So that's the nice thing about the blue blocking lenses. If it helps us in daily life, great, but if it can prevent the onset of macular degeneration, it's worth its weight in gold. So it is now getting the V-shaped bevel put onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now, if these were prescription, I would go ahead and keep working on these, but because these are non-prescription, I do not have to check the powers. But you know what, just for fun, let's do it anyway. Turn everything on. There's the on button, there's the on button. Where's my flashlight? Let's check the power, and I'm getting zero power. So again, non-prescription. So now the safety bevel being applied to the back surface, the concave surface of the lens. Alright, Dudeson, I want you to open the door with your mind this time. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at you. That's pretty good. First day on the job and you've already got it right. So, dry the lens off. Let me make sure there's no optical debris on the edge of the lens. It is not. Let's go ahead and pop the left lens in. We're going to tuck it into the outside corner and using the thumbs, press in at the nose. I guess the block didn't want to be on there. That's fine. Let's go ahead and read the power of the left lens. If these were prescription, still on 0. Where's my flashlight? So that's good. I don't have to worry about the pupillary distance on these. Let me go ahead and clean everything now. Of course, this is the part in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that when you get these in the mail, there's a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side will sit higher than the other. And that's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other, and I'm no exception. I'm part of that. But I will get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3 as I finish cleaning. So when you get these in the mail, just pop into your local shop if you need these adjusted. It only takes about 30 seconds to a minute to adjust a pair of glasses perfectly. So I'm going to put them on the counter. Let me clear some space here. Put them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, I'm part of that 80%. When I take mine off and press down, they wobble on the counter, but they sit level on me. So for those of you keeping score at home, I'm wearing the Ray-Ban 2132 New Wayfarer in color 6053 in the 52 eye size. Now I too have the Crizal Sapphire coating, so me and him, we're going to be twinsies. So let me pop these back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Flip these over, press down, there is no wobble, and I love this on the Oakleys, how you can change the temples out. Very cool. I'm not an Oakley distributor, so if you need lenses for your Oakleys, mail them to me. This is what Dudeson's been doing for a couple years now. So close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do. So I'm just about to, this is what your lenses look like clear. The transition's brown. I'm going to go ahead and activate them in my little strong UV light here. So not only do I send out a selfie request that Dudeson has never done, because in his own words he said he was an ugly mofo, but everyone else out there, if I send you when I make your glass and send you out the selfie request, I'd love to have your picture on the website. But I also send out what I was leading up to is cleaning instructions, not only to care for your frame and lenses, but for the cleaning cloths and the case. Of course, this one didn't come with the Oakley case, but that too will last you for years. So you're getting your Oakley cleaning cloth, my cleaning cloth, the Crizal cleaning cloth. You're going to get 3 for there. So this is what your lenses look like clear. Let's go ahead and activate them. Now, as you can see, all transition lenses take about 30 to 45 seconds to darken, a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now this is important, pay attention. All transition lenses will get dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks until they reach their final hue. After that, they will work with maximum performance without any problems. The only time they won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car. Now Dudeson has got the transitions XTRAactive. Those will work behind the wheel. They'll get about 30 to 50%, where the regular transitions like I have are lucky to get between 10 and 20%. Now they're also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But again, these are the transitions XTRAactive, so they are designed for outdoor people who are active, and these will get darker in hotter weather than they will than the regular transition Signature 7. Now the reason why most transitions don't work in a car is your windshield has UV protection to stop your dashboard from cracking, and that UV protection, it's the sun's ultraviolet rays that cause the lenses to turn dark when you go outside. Now if you have a convertible or a motorcycle, the transition Signature 7 will darken. Of course these will too. So that's your lenses the first time they have been activated. That is the brown color in your frame. Now as I keep yapping, these are going to lighten up. But I do want to thank you, Dudeson. I honestly need to keep track the 12th to 15th pair of lenses you have gotten from me, so keep up the good work. If anyone out there has any questions, you can email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com or click the contact me button on the website. Or if you want to leave a comment in the comment section below down in the video. If you want to see more videos, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at freeprescriptionlenses.com or on Twitter at freerxlenses. But I just wanted to thank you. You could have gotten your lenses from anyone out there. There's one company that owns 80% of all the optical shops out there, but you chose to do business with an independent guy like myself, the small businessman, the backbone of America, and I cannot thank you enough for your repeated business. So again, if anyone has any questions, you can leave them in the comment section or email me directly. Dudeson in Beltsville, Maryland. I hope you enjoyed watching as I cut Transitions XTRAactive Brown with Crizal Sapphire for your Oakley 9382, the Crossrange in the 60 eye size. And everyone else has got the chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.